Things have been really bad for Lucasfilm this week. We've had Willow get canceled. Just did a video on that yesterday. This show is done. Done. Not surprising. Cost a lot of money to make. Brought in very low viewership. And that's their fault for how they marketed this show. Sitting there telling you, oh, you need to see this movie because, or not this movie, you need to see this show because, well, two girls kissing it. And they have a loving relationship. Right, but what's the journey about? See, they never told us that. They just told us that two girls have a relationship in the movie. That was the marketing pitch for this show. At least that's all I ever saw when interviews were done on this show. That's all I ever saw anyone talk about. That's it. So this show canceled. And then the huge news, Mandalorian Season 3 week premiere. Less than Book of Boba Fett, which shouldn't be a shocker. The series has been dragged down. They pretty much made that huge reveal at the end of Season 2 where Luke comes and takes Baby Yoda away to train him. Like, all of that was made pointless thanks to Book of Boba Fett. So now you've got this show. Like, where does this show go now? Where does it go? I think a lot of people have just jumped off. Star Wars has been dragged through the mud since Lucasfilm bought it. And a lot of people are just jumping ship. And this is really bad. This was their top dog. This was their centerpiece. We could just go to the Mandalorian. That'll fix things. And it's just not happening. I watched the first 2 episodes. I'm done. I thought they were awful. This season is not good, in my opinion. And now you've got Disney out there unveiling some pretty big merchandise, and nobody gives a shit. I don't know if you knew this was going on. I didn't. This is at the South by Southwest Festival in Austin, Texas. A big thing that happens every year. Disney went out and unveiled a real lightsaber, and nobody gives a shit. If this had been 10 years ago, social media would have been lit ablaze with this reveal, but nobody is talking about it. Nobody cares. Why doesn't anybody care? Because Star Wars has been dragged through the mud. They only have themselves to blame. The Disney chops prices at $5,000 a night. Star Wars hotel panned by guests. That's another thing. Like, all of this merchandise is dying. But this is a big one. They've been talking about this for a long time. And it's actually pretty cool, but nobody cares. I'll show you the video right here. Check this out.
It's a true wow moment for our guests and for me. As you can tell, I love firing this thing up as much as I possibly can. No, they told me only twice.
Oh my God. This was a hard project. This was not easy, but it was absolutely worth it because, as you can see, you know, this is a way to feel like you're in the film. It is such an iconic moment. And
That's actually pretty cool, but who's going to buy that? How much do you think this thing probably is, too, by the way? I bet you it's not cheap. People are saying that it's going to be $200. Let's read through this, but who's going to buy this now? Like, this is what matters when it comes to Star Wars. I'm telling you, the real money is made in merchandise, not ticket sales. So all of those merchandise rights that they have that they can put out there, like, if you go to stores, I challenge you, go to a store, go to a Walmart or a Target or whatever box store you go to, and whatever it's called, go to the toy section. And I want you to look at the Star Wars section, if your store even has one, and look at how reduced it is and what they have on the shelves. And I bet you they're fully stocked because no one's buying this shit. There's so many videos out there of like Ray Toys at Ollie's, which is a discount store, if you don't know what that is. All these toys that aren't selling. So listen to this. The device, an iconic special effects-born weapon in the Disney's Star Wars franchise, was unveiled as part of Disney's insanely expensive Galactic Star Cruiser hotel experience. It's a true wow moment for our guests and for me. As you can tell, I love firing this thing up as much as I possibly can, said in during the presentation. He activated the saber, which extends out and makes all the noises and sounds Star Wars fans will instantly recognize. It was a hard project. Leslie Evans, who runs research and development for Disney Imagineering, told Tomorrow on stage, that was not easy, but it was absolutely worth it because as you can see, this is the way to feel like you're in the film. It is such an iconic moment. Yet the official saber has been criticized for its cumbersome handle and for not featuring enough detail. Disney sells lightsaber collectibles, some of which cost more than $200, have been praised for their quality. I have one, actually. I bought one a long time ago when I went to, it's in Hollywood Studios. It's their little theme park that looks nothing like Star Wars. It looks like they're made-up bullshit Star Wars. They should have made it Tatooine, but they decided to make it an original thing, which was the stupidest idea ever considered. But those lightsabers they sell there are really cool. They are really high quality. It's just the hilt. You can attach a fake saber to it, but the hilts are really top notch. They look really good. I think you can actually buy them outside of the stores now. Yeah, you can. Like you used to only be able to buy these in the parks, and they changed it. Now look at you can buy all of them. You can get Darth Sidious, Rey Skywalker's ugly. This thing is ugly. Look at this. Leia's. And then you have the cheap $34 ones, but these are the hilts right here. Ahsoka Tano's. Why can't I get, why isn't Luke Skywalker's for sale? What is this? You can get the Darksaber. Where's Luke's? I mean, I guess Darth Sidious is cool, but I don't want Rey's. This is bullshit. They don't even sell you Luke Skywalker's. Okay, well, there's Obi-Wan Kenobi. Okay, here we go. I'm going down now. I see. And then there's Darth Maul. There we go. There's Skywalker Legacy lightsaber. Okay. Okay, well, that's good. Like, Darth Vader's is on there. Like, that's who I would want. Like, I have Luke's. I have Luke's and I have Mace Windu's, and that's it. I'm done there. But let's take a look at this. The real lightsaber appears to have divided the wide galaxy of Star Wars fans. Neat, snarked one Twitter user. The hilt is too bulky and the blade is too short, so you unfortunately will not be allowed to release this, but keep up the great work. Another person says, reel my ass. Another person says, don't care, Star Wars is dead. Meanwhile, one fan gushed, oh my God, I've never wanted something so much. Disney has not announced plans to sell the saber to the general public. The post reach out to the media giant. So the only place you can use this right now, from what I understand, and it's a huge hilt. But I mean, well, how do you do this though? I mean, they'll have to perfect the technology. But are there even people that are going to want to buy this thing by the time they make this available for public consumption? From what I understand, the only place you can even check this out is at this hotel, the Galactic Star Cruiser, which, by the way, is a huge failure. Like, look at this shit. Like, I've shown this to you guys before, and a lot of other people have covered this hotel. It's a disaster. It's too expensive, super expensive. Nobody can afford to go to this thing. Nobody can afford to go to this thing. It's too much. What super fans are left? So now they've got to chop prices down because they can't sell it out. Such a shame. They've dragged this brand through the mud, and they only have themselves to blame. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, You can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.